Hey guys, Andy here. A lot of things changed either during or because of the pandemic, which at the time of recording was like 4.5 years ago now. It's amazing actually. It does seem like a long time ago, but actually it wasn't that long ago. And one of the things that changed is the sort of prevalence, is that the right word? The likelihood that people will work from home and therefore have like home offices. And that is something that I sort of ventured into 2.5 years ago myself. So I now sort of have an actual, what I would call an office in one room, which is my main PC, my main, my main setup. But I wanted almost like a backup. I don't really know why, even in some ways, but I wanted a backup area. I thought I'd use a desk in my living room here that I would use my laptop on. I don't want to just use. I need screen real estate. I'm that guy that just wants two, three, four, as many screens as you can, as big as possible. So I've got a setup in here with a couple of screens, and I wanted really to be able to just plug my laptop in and go. It was a little bit messy how I had it set up previously. With one of them is kind of a one of those dongles with different ports on. Another one is an adapter that takes a display port and goes to USB-C. And my laptop only has two USB-C ports, and they were both then used. And it's not ideal, so I was looking at different docking station options. And then someone from Tobenone got in touch and said, would you like to have a look at some of our docking stations or a docking station? Oh, yes, please, that'd be ideal. So that's what we're going to do today. First thing I noticed, the box is quite heavy. Surprised me a little bit, heavier than I thought it would be, but actually when you get into it, the main weight is the charging brick, because it is a 100-watt charging brick that feeds into the dock itself, the docking station. The docking station it's a little bit light. I'd actually like a little more weight in it, if anything, a little bit of weight on the base somehow perhaps, because what I find is that the cables, when you've plugged all the cables in, some of the cables these days, they're quite thick, they're quite strong, they're quite sort of, they might have been twisted in some way and they want to hold that position, or just the weight of them pulling down pulls the docking station a little bit, and as it, for me, a lot of times just leaning at a funny angle because it's being pulled back. The dock itself, though, is quite a stylish design, I think. The front is quite a sleek looking design. There's a power light, just so you know the power's in there. There are two USB-A ports, a USB-C port, and a 3.5mm jack. But these are more sort of like outgoing, let's call them. They're not for power or anything like that. They're just to transfer data to things you might want to plug into. Like you would normally just plug something into your laptop to read from it or to whatever. That's what you use the front for. The business end of things is around the back of the docking station where all the ports are that you'll need. At the very top there's a couple of USB 2.0 USB-A's, I should say, at the top. Underneath that, USB-A's, but they're type 3.0. Underneath that, you have a display port socket. Underneath that, there's two HDMI sockets. Now, whilst I've not tried it, I believe in theory you can run all three displays of this docking station through your laptop. I've tried two, so I've got an HDMI one plugged in and a DisplayPort monitor plugged in. There, it works flawless. Underneath that, we've got the USB-C ports, which are basically there for the sort of the power in and then the laptop connection. So the one of them you plug the 100-watt charger into, and the other one is the one that connects USB-C to USB-C on your laptop. Next to that, if you should want it, is a network socket. Now, I'm not bothered. Obviously, my laptop has Wi-Fi. I mean, when I'm sat here, I'm literally right next to the Wi-Fi hub. I could, actually, I don't know if I've got any spare RJ45 sockets to link with a network cable. I probably should have a look, and I might do that in the future. But I didn't see it being necessary. I'm not gaming on the laptop. A low ping isn't particularly necessary, and I think that the sort of data pass-through will be just fine on the Wi-Fi. So that's what the ports are. On my list next, normally I go through software, but as I said, there's no need for any software. It's plug and play. It is very simple. I plugged everything I needed in. I've got a keyboard plugged in. I've got what else have I got plugged in there? Well, obviously the monitors, There's no mouse. The mouse I use is Wi-Fi to it's Bluetooth, sorry, to the laptop. But yeah, literally just plug things in and it just works. Same on the front. So I've plugged my USB-C key. Well, it's a C and it's an A, and I've tried them both. And I mean, I should have tried more of a direct transfer, but I was trying transferring across my network onto, or off the key onto, yeah, from the network onto the key is what I was doing. It was 40 megasecond. It was fine. It was transferring big couple of gig files within seconds, really. So performance-wise, that is fine. Continue with performance. Now this one, this docking station is for Windows and Chrome OS. And as I've mentioned, make sure your laptop is USB-C display port, supports video. But yeah, it'll work very well. The power pass-through works great, which it didn't do in my previous setup. Even though I had a highly rated power brick, it was either 63 or 85 watts, my laptop would warn me that I didn't have enough power coming in when I plugged it in through the adapters and things. This one charges the laptop, no problem at all. Powered even, I plugged some speakers in to the front USB-C and the 3.5mm jack, and it powered them no problem as well. So yeah, there's not, I mean, it just kind of does what it says on the tin. I'm really pleased with it. It does exactly what it says it will do. It seems to do it without any problems at all. The power's good, the data transfer's good, the display is just plug, HDMI and DisplayPort in, no problems at all. One of them is a 2K monitor, if that means anything to anybody. I believe, I'd have to check the listing, but you might get away with two 4K screens. I forget exactly how the qualifier is, but I've got a 2K and just 1080p, and I could have my laptop screen on as well and be running 3 screens. It all works just fine. I think it looks quite neat and tidy. I could do with some kind of cable management around the back of it in some way. I was thinking, how can I almost want to shrink wrap something over that so it looks a bit neater perhaps. I'll perhaps get to that in time. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. We haven't really talked about price. It's on their website 150, but at the minute it's £111. There is a ship. Well, actually, I'm not checking if there's a shipping cost. I won't lie, I've forgotten. But it's on offer at the moment. They do have a lot of different options. There is, for example, an option that lets you stand your laptop in, folded up and closed, like a laptop holder that has the docks and things on it, all the ports on it. I thought that looked quite neat as well. There's different options that just got more options on the docking station. Like you might want a memory card reader, you might want more USB-C ports. They have got a lot of options. Have a look on their website, Tobenone. I'll put a link in the description down below. But yeah, it seems a pretty good docking station to me. I'm quite pleased with it, and I'm grateful that they sent it to me for review. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer them. But for now, my name's Andy. I'll see you all again soon.